Hey guys, Elliott Bayev here from Fight2Unite here at Bravado Jiu-Jitsu in Woodbridge, here with Professor Danny Moroney and Tony Isaacs, two of the pioneers of Jiu-Jitsu in Ontario. If you don't know, Danny's actually the first Canadian-born black belt, and Tony, you've been training here for how long?
I've been with Danny since 2002. I started with his brother still in 1996. I had to take some time off. I was doing another sport at the time. But I've been pretty solid with Danny since 2002, 2003.
And Danny, you've been running your school for a very long time. Tell us a bit about that journey and your philosophy behind running the school.
Yeah, well, I started, Bravado Jiu-Jitsu started in 2000. My brother moved away back to Montreal. Life gone away and stuff, your family. And just, started off with a small academy, 800 square feet, for 40, 50 students, and working part-time, then eventually started to build up into bigger location. And now this is our fifth location here. We're 265 members strong, and full-time, two full-time instructors, and obviously Tony teaching twice a week here. So it's great, living the dream. I'm so blessed.
Beautiful. And I know you have, being part of Jiu-Jitsu, you have a strong self-defense foundation,
yeah.
But you also have a strong competition team. Tell us a bit about your philosophy around balancing those two.
Yeah, the great thing about, for us here is that we make a culture of understanding that for us, the beauty about our logo is that it's direct from the Grandmaster. The Grandmaster has a lot of roots, obviously, in self-defense, the art first, and we understand that, we respect that. But, there's people who have those competition juices, myself being competitive for a very long time, and enjoying, that process. We both understand, and the philosophy, especially with Hoyler's obviously such a world-renowned competitor, but he does stress that, following the footsteps of the tradition, the self-defense we injected into the beginners program, a little bit into the advanced program, but not heavily as people think it is, right? So, the competition aspect is alive and well, but we don't force that competition aspect heavily. It's not mandatory, it's optional, and I think it's healthy because if you want to compete and have specialized policy specific, so that so they can train hard and be mindful and honest. If they go into a really fundamental program, most people are competitors, so those people are there to learn and enjoy jiu-jitsu. And then eventually, when they feel that they want to compete, then we'll put them into that kind of environment where they'll push themselves to the limit. I think that's again that healthy balance that we have. That's maybe it's maybe it's a little bit different. But I know that's something that we can offer, and so it's jiu-jitsu friendly.
Tony, I know self-defense is also a big part of your philosophy, but you're also an avid competitor. Tell us about how you balance.
I have a great love for the self-defense. Of course, coming from being exposed to the competition side first, I kind of had my reservations about the self-defense, and then when I started to learn the program, I realized that this is so useful for so many people. There's a lot of people out there that look at it. Look at the average gym. What is the percentage of these people that go to do jiu-jitsu that compete? It's a very small percentage of the academy. So really, you're teaching competition jiu-jitsu to the minority, and you're teaching competition jiu-jitsu to people who should be learning how to defend themselves. It's kind of backwards, right? So for me, it's I have a great love for it. I teach a self-defense class here every Sunday morning, and I just love going through that program because it's so vital, especially for women and children. It's like, however, I've competed all my life from wrestling to boxing to kickboxing, and now Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I love to compete. I've competed quite a bit right up until I recently retired at the Toronto Open last year. And I love what it brings. It creates a full circle for our lifestyle to eat properly, to train properly, to do all the things correct. And really, I think that when you become better at jiu-jitsu, you actually become a better person. You really do. It hits all aspects of your life, and this is why I believe that everybody should be doing this sport. Be doing this martial art. it brings to you so much more than the actual skills that you learn in class. It really trains you to be a better person, and that's what I love. I referee still today to this day. It allows me to be at the competitions, and I love the camaraderie that we see amongst the students. And it wasn't always like this, but it's clearly everybody's starting to get it now, and they're starting to really come into tournaments and really, root their teammates on, but at the same time, really enjoy the sport.
I like to. I'm sorry. I'd like to add to that. Like one of the things I have to say is that like now we've been jiu-jitsu being around for 25 odd years now in Canada. Now you're starting to see now a generation now of the professors, who basically started off, as the white belts and the blue belts and moved up, and they're the first generation. And now they're the professors of teams and stuff like that. Yourself included, and we all, have that respect for each other. Like we see in Brazil, and now we see that in Canada, where now there's a really good camaraderie amongst all the athletes, because we all need each other. Competition is healthy, but without each other, it just doesn't survive. So that kind of positive atmosphere really does give a lot of good benefit for the community. I find that the competitions actually are better now because of that. Because now if there's someone who's not being respectful, I don't mean as a teacher, but more as a competitor, they'll be told, not just by their professor, but by other professors and stuff like that, which is a very, again, thing I say I've maybe seen one incident in 5 years like that. I mean, going to a tournament, it's such a chill vibe, it's so cool, and it's an enjoyable thing, and that's actually one of the things my students are surprised at, because when they go to a tournament, they're all nervous and hesitant, Professor, I've never seen it so chill, it's such a cool atmosphere, I want to go to these tournaments all the time. And so that right there plays into already the comfort for them, that when we tell them, look, you want to compete, go ahead, we love you to compete, try at least once, or come to watch a tournament. Then sometimes when you go watch a tournament, it already convinces you to go and give it a shot. So, I think that's for us. It's a really great environment for the trial. I mean, in general, even the Ontario community as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw what competitions were like 20 years ago, and that's kind of part of the philosophy behind Fight2Unite. Like back in the day, it used to be my team, your team, and we were talking before we started filming just like how amazing having a school like this is for the community, and how much good we end up doing for our students and their community as a result. And it's like, we just need to celebrate that. You guys have dedicated your lives to bringing other people up and sharing this beautiful art, and as have all the instructors, which is why we're doing this. And I just want to shout you guys out and celebrate you guys. You're doing so much good for your students. You have this beautiful facility too. It's just it's a beautiful thing, and just hats off to you guys for continuing to share this thing that really just uplifts people in so many great ways. So thank you guys, really appreciate it, and let's take a look at some techniques. All right.
Hey guys, Elliott Bayev here for Fight2Unite with Professor Danny Moroney. Going to show a technique from side control.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Let's
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to start here in this position. So again, when my opponent normally has a kind of a side guard, like the side control position like this, with the hands here, blocking and stuff like that. So we're going to show everybody here in this position, whether the hands are here on the other side, it doesn't really matter. We're going to start like this. So you'll notice the grip I do. It's a little different here. It's like putting the forearm in here, and that gives a lot of, it really drives people nuts because they can't put their weight down. And that's what I want, okay? Regardless of bigger or smaller, this here is and it's temporary, so it's not exactly, like something you want to be permanent, but it's there to really get my opponent, frustrated. So my hand right here is going to start to push. And the push is like up here, and I'm going to grab the wrist right here. So you'll notice it's on my shin in this position. Right? So once I get here, now the fun part, I'm going to start to stretch a bit and insert my left leg right inside here like this. Now once I get here, here's where the fun begins. I'm going to start to pull my opponent over my head. And when I'm here like this, I'm going to start to go here and then spin right for the triangle. Sneaky, sneaky. Yeah. And not too many ultra heavyweights pull that stuff off, but I'm one of those guys who likes that stuff. So I'm going to start here like this. It's here, protect. My hand here is going to start to push. I'm going to slide it right up onto my shin, grabbing the wrist. Don't grab the feet, grab the actual wrist itself. So once you're here now, you're gonna start to stretch and insert the left foot in front of the bicep. So now almost like an X gun on the bicep. Now when I'm here like this, I'll go here. Now I'm gonna push the leg right over my head. Here. Now once I'm here, I use the left leg to help propel me around. And now start working for the triangle. Pull the arm across, grab the shin, leg up on top, start in front. And that's it.
Awesome. Did not expect that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hey guys, here at Bravado Jiu-Jitsu for Fight2Unite with Professor Tony Isaacs. Going to show us a technique. What are you going to show us today?
I'm going to show you something from 50/50. I was down in San Diego a few years back, and I saw Megaton and a bunch of other guys playing this technique, and I thought it was really cool. I really enjoy trying to do this whenever I'm rolling, so I want to share this with you guys. So a lot of times when you get caught here in the 50/50, you kind of let it stalemate. Things are not happening, they're blocking and whatnot. They're hiding their feet so you can't attack your feet. So I want to try to better my position. And what I'm going to do is, from this position here, as we work, I usually like to hold on to this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen up my leg to try and create a pocket here. So I'm going to loosen up the foot, but not allow him to force foot up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my free leg and I'm going to put it on. Right, come here like this. I'm just going to step right inside the hole. And now I can use my feet and kind of hold his leg. His leg is trapped now. He won't be able to pull it out or anything like that. It's kind of stuck. Okay? So now while I'm here, now I'm going to start reaching for his belt or his skirt or whatever. And what I want to do is I want to go after his foot here and just peel it up and then go after the outside a little bit. Right? And even if he pulls his leg, even the leg right down, even if he pulls his leg right now, I just want to get it over here. This is good enough for that. So now I'm going to take my hand and reach for the skirt. And as soon as I get the skirt, I have control of the whole side. So what I want to do is I'm going to release the leg that's in the 50, I'm going to keep it really loose. And this leg, I'm going to start kicking you away as I push with the foot. I'm just going to start pushing. I'm going to come up, and I can work my way to this position. And then I have control here, get side control, and advance from my position.
Make sure that's another.
Sure. Here. And so again, you're holding the collar, or sometimes you're holding the foot. You need to hear this. So what I want to do is I want to create some space and open up here and put my foot right inside the hole. And once I do, I want to kind of lock his leg up. Make it really hard. Sometimes you got to fight for this, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my time, I go underneath, and then I'm going to pass my hand under here to get a really good control on the leg. All right, once I'm here like this, because of the mechanics, it's really hard for him to pull his leg back unless he grabs it, okay? So what I want to do now is I'm just going to make it space and change the angle and catch his skirt. Once I got a hold of the skirt and the pants, it's very easy for me to start kicking away. Even if he's attacking my foot, like a foot lock, it's very easy for me to pull my foot out, come on top, push him off to the side, and control the position.
Beautiful. Love that.
All right.
Super slick. Thank you very much.
No problem.